Okay, take two. This is, again, just a video I just want to shoot off. Just something to talk about. 5 Nights at Freddy's, of course. I'm talking about 5 Nights at Freddy's. Specifically where FNAF is located. I was told, well, just the general consensus was Hurricane, Utah, which is not how you pronounce it. It's Hurricane, by the way. So I looked into it. What is the evidence? Initially, I thought it's just from the books. It says in the books, Hurricane, Utah. But the more I looked into it, in FNAF 6, it specifies Washington County, which is where Hurricane is. And then apparently I'm getting told, there's supposedly evidence that Monty says Hurricane, Utah. Says something about hurricane. Like Montgomery Gator, but I'm not getting any. I want to see a clip. As you can tell, this is a very professional recording. I was gonna write a script, but I started writing a script, and I was like, man, I didn't know what to write, and every time I started writing, it just didn't work. So I was like, I just okay, start recording. Saying her. It's closer to a podcast than a video.
Welcome to Monty's Gator Golf, home of the Hurricane.
Okay, I just watched a video saying, well, talking about what it proclaims that it has all of Monty's voice lines from Security Breach, and the only one that I saw related to Hurricane is when he says home of the Hurricane hole-in-one. And yeah, you could think, hey, he's referring to Hurricane, Utah, or Hurricane, Utah. But I doubt that. When I first heard it playing through the Security Breach, I would think like Hurricane hole-in-one is just what happens. That's when you get the hole-in-one, is the hurricane. I don't think he's referring to the city of Hurricane, Utah. He could be. But I highly doubt that. So our evidence for it being a hurricane is there. It's in the books. As well as it's in FNAF 6 saying it's in Washington County. Where in FNAF 6? I actually was like, where? What do you mean it's in FNAF 6? So I did research. It's from the lawsuits. If you look at those lawsuits, look at them closer, it says Washington County, Utah. And lo and behold, Washington County, Hurricane is in Washington County. Doesn't confirm that it's in Hurricane, but it helps. The other thing that's confusing me is, well, so FNAF 6 would have to take place in that area. And then we have proof that the security breach building was built on top of FNAF 6, the FNAF 6 location. So if FNAF 6 is located in Hurricane, then the Mega Pizzaplex is also located in Hurricane. Why are you building a Megaplex in Hurricane? If you look up an image of Hurricane, Utah, it's not the place to put a Megaplex. I'm gonna be real. It's certainly a place to live. It's not a place to put a Megaplex. Yeah, Hurricane's the place where you want to go if you want to go to Zion's National Park. Nobody goes. Nobody's gonna go out of their way to go to Hurricane. It's bad location. I was thinking about this, and maybe you could get like, for people who don't know, there's a larger city closer-ish to Hurricane, in Utah, called St. George. It's a pretty big it's a pretty big city for that area, and it's also not too far from Vegas. I'm just... You could theoretically put in Hurricane and then make that your big standing point. That's your tourist attraction to get people from St. George to move to... Well, to just not to move, but to like go over to Hurricane to enjoy, you know, the Pizzaplex, you know? Sort of go out of their way to get it. It doesn't make sense to me. My next idea... I have two ideas on this. FNAF 6, this, like, Pizza Sim is located in the middle of nowhere between St. George and Hurricane. Oh. I looked up Washington County map, and it gave me the state of Washington, which isn't what I wanted. You know, freak you, DuckDuckGo. You suck. Okay. Open image in new tab. This is gonna get cut for sure. Oh god, what a fucking... Okay, I don't know who uploaded that to YouTube, but that is a... not to YouTube, to the internet. That is a awful... The quality on that map is awful. Here we are. Okay. So, St. George is there. This is Utah, by the way. St. George is there. I don't... hurricane is way out here. How much of a drive is that? Washing. No, St. George to Hurricane. It's a 22-minute drive. That is a 22-minute venture. It's reasonable, I guess. Maybe. But it's just Hurricane is just an awful spot to put your freaking put a pizzaplex. But also in hindsight, they wanted to build it on top of the. Okay, new idea. Henry Emily didn't really want this location to be found. The Pizza Sim location. I don't know if there was ever kids in there. That's a different debate that I'm not getting into. I don't know if there's a chance that Henry Emily put it kind of in the middle of nowhere because he didn't want people to see it. And there's a image where they closed down at the end of the insanity ending. Maybe? I don't actually might not be. No, it's not the insanity ending. It's the good one. The one with the monologue and shit. At the end of that one, they closed down the business. Right? I am unable to find an image, probably because I'm using DuckDuckGo once again. I know, don't learn my lesson, by the way. Google. Yeah, it's it's in the middle of freaking nowhere. And then also, you would have to build a sort of a large enclosure, or like, what you then you not an enclosure. You then build a large building, the Pizzaplex, on top of it, right? So it would have to be sort of in the middle of nowhere. So I wonder if they built well, Pizza Sim. Oh, the alleyway. But what happened? How? I think I may be looking too much into fucking. I can't speak for shit. for discrepancies, I think I said that right or wrong. I don't care. I might be just looking too much into discrepancies, but I don't care. Is it an alleyway, or is it just the back of the building? Because I don't know if you've ever, been to a restaurant and you look in the back and it's like they got their trash and like pipes are coming out. That's kind of what it looks like in this image. I'll probably show it on the video if I turn this into a video. So it's probably just the back. I don't know if it's ever said to be an alleyway. It might just this specific Reddit post might show it as a alleyway. Yes. Is it said to be an alleyway? Trust must surely the wiki page. Notice there's more comments on this page than the hurricane one. Because yes, there's a hurricane page on the FNAF wiki on fandom, which I think is funny. Oh, are these just rare? Okay. Let me pull up these images. There's that theory about that damned clown, right? And that could just be the mimic. That's a different thing, but it shows up quite a bit. Interesting. Very interesting. Foley could just be in the back. There's no proof that this is an alley. Okay, side tangent aside about the freaking alley. The FNAF 6 location is on its own in the middle of freaking nowhere. I have the personal theory that like they get bought out or something. I don't know. I don't care. That's a different story of who owns FNAF now, or maybe they always owned it. No, it went out of business. Never mind. Ignore what I'm saying. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. They then build a megaplex on top of the FNAF 6 location for lore reasons. But again, is this in hurricane? No, it's in the middle of nowhere. I'd say close-ish to hurricane, but not in hurricane. I don't think there's room, and also I don't think the environment around that, because hurricane is very red rock. It's close to Zion's. I think Utah cares a little bit about their environment, especially in that area, because, 5 national parks is gonna do that. So they kind of just do it in the middle of sort of nowhere, the rolling hills of Hurricane, Utah. Yeah, yeah, middle of nowhere, and that kind of coincides with the Help Wanted teaser. Where you see the Megaplex being built. You were in the middle of nowhere, in a forest. So yeah. I just needed to get this off my chest. It's been in my head for so long. Just make a video on it. Okay, I'll write a script. I start writing a script. Don't write a script. I don't know what I write about, and it's probably just easier if I said it. I just needed to say it. Yeah, I already did the recap. I don't. Man, whatever. If you hated this video, fair enough. It's a very raw video. If you liked it, why? Okay. That's it. Bye.